There was something interesting too about the music rights that they managed to secure. Can you just talk us through that?
To say the music is part of American Graffiti doesn't scratch the surface. Even the music is interwoven into every aspect that you can enjoy about American Graffiti. Somehow it relates to the music. Historically, now everybody's a music supervisor, a film job I covet, choosing the music to appear in a film. Well, the director, Lucas, did that himself. So at the time, though, Easy Rider did do a similar thing on a smaller scale previous to this, but beyond that, it just wasn't done. Music departments at studios were vibrant. They provided music, incidental music, and that was what you did. There was a budget for that, and you scored the film. You had somebody score the film. But Lucas's story was different, and it called for obviously something different, and it was, let's get all these songs. Now, what is it? I think it's 43 songs used in the film. When they got down to securing the rights to use these songs, again, it wasn't a thing. Think about it, early 70s, so it was still only 10, 12, 15 years removed from when these songs were new. A lot of these poor guys were still out there playing the bars and the county fairs trying to make $1. The business was different. Somebody said to Lucas when they were busy securing the rights, you know what, for a few dollars more, we could buy the rights as opposed to leasing them or renting them, however the business is done. They're just sitting there being not used. The publishing rights holders would love the chance to make some money, to sell these songs outright to us. But I mean, Universal, we just finished talking about how they were sad about spending the money they did. $1 or $2 more was never going to happen. So Universal wouldn't agree to them buying the rights to all these songs, which, as we know, thanks in part to Wolfman Jack and his packaging all these songs into albums, the compilation album became something gargantuan in the business. And you needed the songs to fill these, so to having owned these would be incredibly lucrative. They weren't able to buy the rights, but they did lease them or whatever they do, and the film is, I was going to say the film is better for it, but I mean, he wouldn't have made it. I don't think I can think of another time in history where the music is so inextricably linked with the story, and not just the action, but what's happening in people's hearts and minds is linked to this music. So the music is a huge part of American Graffiti, and it's funny to think that Universal, wouldn't shell out, because that became a huge thing in the years that were to come. Licensing music is a huge business today. So it's a fascinating part of that movie story for sure.